First off, a quick nudge. If you're enjoying these deep dives into star-studded galaxies or just appreciate a lightsaber joke now and then, make sure you subscribe and smash that type like button. Um, it helps us spread the force even farther. Now, let's jump in. Um, have you ever witnessed a moment in a story where a hero gets completely called out and the whole fan base can't stop talking about it even decades later? That's pretty much what happened when Mara Jade, once the Emperor's personal agent, handed Luke Skywalker a lesson that left Star Wars fans in passionate debate for years. Um, Before the prequels or Disney's grand plans, the Star Wars universe hinges on its books, especially Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy. And in 1991, these novels reignited fan enthusiasm, pulling Star Wars out of its sleepy state and arguably nudging George Lucas himself back to the galaxy he built. But as more stories hit shelves, the question of what exactly the Force should be, mysterious and subtle, or a superpower buffet, did sail. Timothy Zahn took the careful route. He didn't want every Jedi flicking their wrists and toppling starships for breakfast. Meanwhile, other writers were happy to let characters leap lava in a single bound. You can imagine how heated those creative summits got. Enter Mara Jade, icy, sarcastic, and on a crash course with Luke. She blamed him for the Emperor's death. Since she'd been on Palpatine's payroll, eventually their tangled history led to a relationship, though not before a legendary moment in Vision of the Future when Mara called out Luke for his overuse of the Force. Mara argued that constantly leaning on the Force could block out its quietest warnings, sending Jedi down questionable paths. She suspected Luke's decisions after his time with the reborn Emperor were a little too cozy with the darkness. Even Luke, the golden child, wasn't spared her blunt perspective. This was a curveball for fans. Many loved seeing Luke slice through armies and flex his powers. Zahn's version, with Mara's critique front and center, felt like a sharp left turn. Some readers thought Mara came across as Zahn's personal mouthpiece, especially since she'd been an agent for Palpatine that somehow dodged the moral fallout that snared others. Still, there's something compelling about these internal universe debates. And the Legends stories weren't afraid to ask tough questions. So what does it really mean to be a Jedi beyond the flashy stuff? Mara, for better or worse, was the unlikely deliverer of that challenge, even if Zahn seemed to enjoy writing her a bit more than he did Luke. To this day, fans still lock lightsabers in online forums over whether Mara Jade was onto something or just out of line. In the end, Star Wars is richer for these messy, passionate arguments again. Also, let's be honest. If arguing about the philosophy of fictional space wizards isn't the most on-brand Star Wars thing ever, what is? And speaking of lightsabers, why don't Jedi use them to cut their birthday cake? Because you only get one slice, and a very interesting Kitchenly model. With that said, Thanks for watching, and until next time, we have not seen ready to say, you know,